See the light. Yep. Good morning, everybody. We are back from South Bend, Indiana, having a very weird experience as the rink is ready, the officials are ready, the nets are ready, and we have no teams. So we are going to wait to switch over until the teams show up on the ice. Thank you all for joining us. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Get it going. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are back live to you from South Bend, Indiana. Morgantown has joined us on the ice, and now your Roughriders are joining us on the ice. Roughriders are coming out today in their black jerseys. For a starting goaltender, we have Jackson Baker in net. He's got his white and black accented pads on, all white helmet. And the team that we are playing today from West Virginia is the Morgantown Blades. They are out in their white jerseys. Their goalie has white and black accented pads with a base blue helmet with yellow writing on it. Roughriders are going to be skating from left to right in the first period here as the away team. Morgantown is going to be skating from right to left. Warm-up period clock has just begun. Fans are starting to roll in. It is a very chilly arena this morning. Unfortunately, they have about 2 of the 10 heaters facing the stands on. The rest of them are unfortunately not. And in front of our little media area here, we have none of them pointing at us. So while the fans are going to be a little bit warmed up, us announcing for you today are not. Thankfully, I have Drew running video again today for us. He did a fantastic job yesterday. And we're hoping for a similarly played game, but a much better result. From my eye, at least, I really didn't mind how the team played yesterday. There were a lot of passes that were connecting, a lot of good things happening, 3 bad shifts, and that ends up as a loss. But it's a new day. Hopefully, get some more shots finding some twine today. And so we'll leave everybody with a little bit of sounds of the hockey arena. While we wait for the warm-up period to end, we have about 1 minute remaining. .30 seconds remaining. Puck's starting to get pushed back over to the bench. Looking forward to some exciting morning hockey going on. In the first game of the morning, Mon Valley played Heartland, and Mon Valley came out victorious. Teams are assembling toward the benches. Officials checking the nets, making sure there are no free pucks in there. And then we will get going today for some Pee Wee hockey. Teams getting their final instructions from the coaching staffs. Riders are ready. Let's see this opening lineup. Looks like we've got Domke, Zek, Lanyo, Rasmussen, and Jerf coming out first. Both teams are ready. Baker and net. Let's play some hockey. Opening faceoff controlled by Morgantown. Corbin on a forecheck. Puck bounced into the zone. George has it. Bounces it up to Clara. Misses her stick. On to Morgantown. Morgantown gets it in the zone. Rasmussen steals, passes it over to Corbin. Corbin passes it up to Jerf. Jerf has a little bit of a break if he hurries. Ran out of time, though, and had the puck stolen off of his stick. Puck coming back the other way. Pass across. Morgantown getting an odd man situation here. Shot goes behind the net, up to the point. Shot coming back in, blocked in front. Rasmussen with the puck. Bounces it off the boards onto a Morgantown stick and offside. This is one that we probably would have liked to decline. However, that's not how the rule works. Kettleson, Hanson, Hunt, Elliott, and Smith out for line 2. Face-off controlled by Hunt, brings it into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone, and stolen off of his stick. Jack Kettleson has it, tries to shoot through a Morgantown player's legs, and doesn't quite get it there. Puck back into the neutral zone onto Elliott, passes it across to Kettleson. Kettleson with a nifty little move to find some time and space. Passes over to Hanson. Hanson gets it right back to the middle onto Kettleson's stick. Gets it behind the net, getting harassed a little bit, up to Elliott. Shot comes in, off of the goalie's pads. Shot rebounds from Hanson and saved, and we have our first stoppage. Face off won by your Roughriders. Palmer tracking it near the top of the zone. Rasmussen keeps it in. Sebring has it at his feet. Tries to get it lower, rung around the net. Erickson on the case, up to Rasmussen. Rasmussen keeps it in the zone for a second and then knocked out of the zone. Breck keeping things nice and neat. Morgantown has it in front and shot and goal. Morgantown 1, your Roughriders 0. Sebring, Palmer, Erickson out. Puck one back. Elliott is on it, but has two Morgantown players right on top of him. Puck out front of the net again. DJ having a little trouble getting it around a big player in the corner. Gavin pops it around, finds a Morgantown stick. Sebring gets it in the middle. Gets it into the offensive zone. Shoots it wide of the net. Puck comes around. George tries to pinch in on it. Stolen by DJ. Knocked off of his stick. DJ backhands it into the zone. And then it gets knocked past him. Looks like it's going to end up just off net for an icing. Play comes down to the other end of the ice. Morgantown doing a fantastic job of collapsing onto the Roughriders, whoever has the puck. Corbin gets it further into the zone off of a faceoff. Surf is able to pick off a pass. Now got another race to the other corner. Puck comes up to the point for Liam Smith. Liam gets a shot through, ends up on the goalie, and stopped. Face-off coming to the glove side of the Morgantown goaltender. Face-off controlled by Morgantown. Stuck in the referee's feet for a second, though, so Roughriders were able to snag it. Puck came across. And Morgantown getting it into the zone. Broken up by Liam Smith. Liam brings it around the boards. Maverick tries to pass it up to Drew. Pass goes across to Corbin, but knocked off of his stick. Player's got the puck out of the zone. Tries to backhand it across to the other side. Pass goes across. Shot goes off of Baker's glove to another Morgantown player and popped into the net. Somewhat of an ill-advised change there, as the Roughriders didn't have it out much past the blue line. It is now Morgantown 2, Roughriders 0. Face-off control by the Roughriders back to Breck. Breck passes it up to Flynn. Flynn tries to pass it across, but it manages to hit a couple skates, and we have an offside. Face-off back to the Roughriders defensive zone. Breck needs to hurry as he's got a player right on top of him. Two Roughriders on top of each other. Jack needs to hurry because he's got a couple players pinching in on him. Shot goes wide of the net. Kettleson on the rebound, finds some space in the middle. Passes it up to Hunt. Roughriders have a 3-on-1 if they can get the puck back across, but unfortunately not able to. And Morgantown's starting to come back the other direction. Extra move of the blue line makes Morgantown have to regroup a little bit. DJ with it behind the net. Passes it up to Flynn. Couple of Morgantown players collapsed on him. Hunt taking it into the zone. Shot goes wide of the net. Jack pops it into the middle. DJ needs to hurry. He's got a person right on top. And offside. Roughriders out of the gate pretty slow today. Need to start getting some feet moving, get some passes going, and get some shots on net. Puck back to the Roughriders. Maverick has it, taking it wide. Knocked off of his stick by a Morgantown player. Liam's pass is intercepted. Morgantown coming back in. Shot goes over the net. Gavin Sebring able to get it through the legs. Gets angled off very nicely by a Morgantown player. Maverick pops it back into the zone. Gavin Sebring with the forecheck. Knocked off of his feet, though. Coming back around the other way. Knocked off of some feet by Ellis Palmer. And then Morgantown's able to get it back. Puck back to Maverick Rasmussen, getting it stuck in the official a little bit. And a pass that goes for an icing. Face-off won by Morgantown. Shot partially blocked. And it squeaks through and into the net. It is Morgantown 3, Roughriders 0. Play gets to Corbin Seck. Corbin gets it into the zone, immediately surrounded by 3 Morgantown players. Pass goes to the middle of the ice. Knocked off a stick to Breck. Breck looking for somewhere to go with it. Breck taking his time and bringing it into the zone. Knocked off of his stick, though. Puck comes back across. Corbin Zek is able to steal it and then knocked down in the middle of the ice. Looking like it's going to be a no blood, no foul kind of game. Puck's in the Roughriders offensive zone. Morgantown on it. Jerf and Domke on the forecheck. Off of a stick to Elliott. And offside. Face off back to Maverick. Maverick gets it over to DJ. DJ tries to get it over to Jack, but it gets intercepted. Back to Jackson Hunt. Up to Kettleson. Elliott with him. Shot comes in and just not far enough out from the goalie. Otherwise, Elliott might have had a chance to put it in. Face off coming to the glove side of the Morgantown goalie. Pass goes into the middle. Doesn't find anybody, though. Puck back up to the point. Maverick tries to get it towards the net. Jack's got some time and space. Brings it into the zone. Nice little move. Backhand gets blocked in front. Flynn backhands it in. Lynn Hansen with the goal from his can as he backhands it into the net. That is hopefully the spark that the Roughriders need. 3 minutes remaining in the first period here to start a massive comeback. Face off controlled by the Roughriders. Palmer tries to pass it up to Sebring. Sebring gets a little bit of time and space, but closed out quickly by Morgantown. Big gap between the forwards and the defense here. Puck is somewhere. Now it's behind the net. And goal, Morgantown. Two and a half minutes remaining in the first period here. Face off controlled by Morgantown. Shot goes wide of the net. Morgantown able to get it. Iris spiked it off of a stick up to the point. Pass goes across. Right back to Morgantown. Shot comes over the net. Sebring going to be first on it. Knocked off of his stick, though. Gavin Sebring with a couple of really nice moves. Palmer tries to pass it right back to him. Puck back into the middle. Penalty to your Roughriders for a slash. Roughriders going to the penalty kill. Face off back to the point. Shot in and out of Baker's glove. Corbin Zek with it. Corbin with a very nice, effective forecheck, able to get it out of the zone and into the Morgantown zone. Puck over to Breck Johnson. Shot in and out of Baker's glove. Back up to the point. Shot comes in, wide of the net. Puck still loose. Onto Domke's stick. Up to almost to Elliott. Puck comes all the way through. Comes back around. To DJ. DJ doesn't quite get it out of the zone. Shot comes in to Baker's glove, and it stays there this time. 8 seconds remaining in the power play, 6 seconds remaining in the first period. Puck cleared out from the front of the net. A couple players ending up in the net, and that is a merciful end to the first period. Not a very good period for your Roughriders. Hopefully, coach has got some great words of wisdom to be able to turn things around and make it a game where we can have 2 very good periods and leave that one yucky period behind. All right, coming back for the second period here. Roughriders are going to be speeding from the right to the left on your screen. Morgantown speeding from left to the right. Two more seconds on the penalty kill here. Faceoff is controlled by Morgantown. Liam doing a great job of angling there. Jack Kettleson with the puck. Trying to get through. Ends up falling down. No trip called, though. Maverick steals it at the point. Off of the goalie's pads. Shot comes off the side of the net. Couple of opportunities, but nothing ending up going in and hitting the back of the twine. Maverick has a Morgantown player behind him, passes it up, finds a Morgantown stick. Loose puck turns into an offside. Everybody's back to full strength now. Kettleson, Jerv, Hunt, Elliott, and Lanyo out there right now. And then Jack's going to get called for holding the stick there. Riders back to the penalty kill. Face-off goes back up to the point, now around the net. George will be your first Rough Rider close to that. Rings it behind the net a little bit. Only Morgantown players there. Bouncing puck in the crease. George gets it up to Hunt. Hunt gets it taken off of his stick, though. Puck down behind the net. Passed around by Jerv. Up to the other point. Hunt gets it the rest of the way down. Looks like it is not going to go far enough for icing, though. Long pass, misses everybody, ends up on George's stick. Morgantown pops it deeper into the zone. Couple Rough Riders run into each other. Hunt finding a little bit of space. Ends up on George Lanyo's stick. Ends up back out of the zone. DJ's got it at the moment. Hunt's back with it. Back to Elliott. And puck goes into the goalie and stopped. Back to full strength now. Nine minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the second period of a 4-1 game. Puck back to Breck Johnston, then knocked back low. Back up to Breck. Breck gets it behind the net. Palmer gets it in front. Iris has a chance at it, but doesn't manage to connect on it. Morgantown coming back the other way. Maverick able to iron things out. Iris gets it out of the zone. Palmer on a forecheck. And icing. Whoa. And Palmer just loses an edge there. The face-off dot monster clearly jumped up and grabbed him as he goes sliding into the boards. Play comes back down to the other end of the ice. Face-off is controlled by Cedar Rapids for the moment. Gets caught in some skates, though. Gavin Sebring gets control of things. Maverick has it on the wing boards. Pass comes all the way across, off of Palmer's stick, out of the zone. And that's going to be a penalty. Rough Riders going to their first power play here. Face-off controlled by Morgantown. Puck comes up, bounce back lower by Liam Smith. Flynn on the forecheck, run back around to the other side. Clara on the forecheck here. Liam tries to angle off. Corbin able to steal the puck, though. Backhand pass across, misses everybody. Corbin with the puck now. Official skates getting in the way a little bit. Back out into the neutral zone. Passes it up to Jerv. Jerv trying to get a shot off. Gets knocked off of his stick. Rung out by Morgantown is going to go far enough for icing. Face off, controlled by Morgantown, out of the zone. Roughriders are going to lose a race to the puck, but shot is off the side, off wide of the net. Puck gets brought back down to Breck Johnson for getting things a little bit more organized. Puck comes across, stolen by Jack Kettleson. Jack's got a little bit of time and space. Shot goes off of the goalie once, twice, and stopped. 1 second remaining in the power play here. Face off controlled by Morgantown. Shot back in deep by DJ. Morgantown gets the rebound. Out to Breck Johnson at the point. DJ gets a little bit surprised by a player right off the bench. Jack Kettleson brings it into the zone, manages to keep control of it, but his shot is blocked. Rung around the boards again. To Breck Johnson, tries to get it into the middle. Hunt has a chance at it. Shot gets mostly blocked. Another shot comes in, mostly blocked. Jack has it another time. DJ comes in to take it this time. Tries to get it on the post. Doesn't make it there, though. Pass up to Hunt. And puck gets out of play. Good cycling there. Got some opportunities. Having a hard time getting sticks free for a shot, though. Everyone back to full strength. Morgantown controls the face-off, rings it around. Pass comes across. Morgantown has a 2-on-1 developing. Corbin was able to stop things up at the top of the zone. And open stick in the middle turns into a goal for Morgantown. Face off back to Corbin. Corbin passes it over to Sebring. Knocked off of his stick. Morgantown coming back the other direction. Onto Iris's stick. Bounced off of something weird into the middle of the ice. Shot comes in, partially blocked. Big save by Baker. Off of Corbin's foot. Passes it across. Gavin Sebring with it. Dumps it into the zone. Going for a change. Domke on the forecheck. Slan Hansen starting up the forecheck. Manages to elude him. Morgantown gets it deeper into the zone. Shot blocked in front, into Baker's glove, and stopped. 4 minutes remaining in the second period here. DJ picks up the faceoff, rings it up to Hansen. DJ gets it from behind the net, up to Palmer. Rung back around. Passes it over to Palmer. Palmer has it knocked off of his stick. Smith is able to get a loose puck. Up to Jerk. Shot comes wide. Pass goes wide onto a Morgantown stick. Offside. Face-off goes to Jack Kettleson. Knocked off of his stick, though. Back to Brett. Brett gets it up to Jack. Jack's got some time and space. Tries a shot that goes wide. Collision in front of the net that goes uncalled. And another offside. Easy pass. Knocked off of some skates. Big collision in the middle of the ice. Shot goes wide of the net. Back up to the middle. Blocked by Jack Kettleson. And there gets a penalty called. Face-off stuck in the referee's feet. Partially blocked by Gavin Sebring. Shot comes in. Drug very nicely by a Morgantown player. And offside. Face-off controlled by Morgantown. Shot and score. Face-off controlled by Morgantown. Sebring on the puck. Shot comes into the goalie's glove and stopped. Morgantown dumps it down into the zone. Goes all the way across to the point. Iris with it. DJ gets the puck back. Passes it up to Sebring. Sebring up to Domke. Knocked off of her stick, though. Back up to Elliott. Elliott up to Sebring. Off of his stick, though. Over to Johnson. Johnson to Domke. Missed her stick, though. 20 seconds remaining in the period. Shot goes off of the goalie and wide. DJ gets it behind the net. Flings it behind the net. And that is the end of the second period. Second intermission going to be off for just about a minute. All right, coming into the third period. Morgantown has the puck. Pass across gets intercepted and offside. Face off back to Corbin. Shot goes off of Baker. Hansen on the forecheck. Team changing behind him. Shot off of Baker's pads wide. Bounced up to the point. Shot comes in, blocked. Hunt with the puck. Trying to find some time and space in the middle. Knocked off of his stick, though. Back to Liam Smith. Passes across. Off of target, though. Ends up right by Jack Kittleson. And then knocked off some sticks. Morgantown coming back the other direction. George Lanyo turning it around the other way. Jack Kettleson having the puck in a little bit of space. Passes it over to Jackson Hunt. Puck into the zone. George hits a steal. Shot blocked though. Over to Liam Smith. Shot comes in and is blocked. Buck Johnson with the puck, trying to get it clear. Puck over to Liam, back up to Matt. To Breck. Jack gets the puck, up to Hunt. Hunt wide of the net. Domke on the forecheck. Pass over to Johnson. Johnson gets his pass picked off. Shot comes in. And DJ looks like he's going to get called for a slash after he got taken into the boards pretty roughly. Face off controlled by Morgantown. Knocked out of the zone. Dumped back in. Run back around to Maverick. Maverick gets it up to Sebring off of his stick, though. Gets a second chance at it. Shot goes off the back of the net. Tipped around by Morgantown. Big old battle in front of the net. Up to the point. Shot blocked. Sebring able to get it out of the zone, and we have an offside. 26 seconds remaining in the penalty to DJ. Face off back to Liam. Liam gets it up to Jerv. Jerv tries to get it over to Palmer, gets intercepted. Morgantown coming back the other way. Penalty over. Shot goes over the net. As Palmer gets hit there. Roughriders now go on to a power play. 6 minutes remaining in the game. And the score is very crooked. Puck controlled back to the point. Liam gets a shot wide of the net. Jerv hits it behind the net to Hansen. Hansen pops it back around to Jerv. Jerv tries to get it in front of the net, gets picked off. Morgantown able to get it out of the zone. Johnson up to Jack. Jack gets it taken away from him. Puck comes up to Liam Smith at the point. Shot comes in. Gets knocked off the puck. Liam gets it. Puck into the middle for Flynn. Flynn gets it past the first guy. Not able to get it again afterwards. Puck up to Johnson. Johnson shoots it in. Blocked. Rung around to Liam. Liam gets it to Jack. Jack gets a nice shot through. Doesn't quite get in the net, though. Penalty just about expired. Will be expired by the next faceoff. Faceoff back to the point. Shot blocked from Corbin. Clara gets it down low. Puck comes up to the point. Morgantown able to get it out of the zone. Clara able to steal the puck, coming back the other direction. Drops to a Morgantown player. Clara with a steal, then gets stolen back. Corbin gets a steal, gets it out of the zone. Morgantown going to be first time. Hit the official. Stopped at the blue line. Puck across to Hunt. Two and a half minutes remaining. Stolen by Hansen for a second, but then we have an offside. Face off back to the Roughriders. Liam tries to get it out. Pass is blocked a couple times. Morgantown has it in their zone, trying to ring it around the boards. Breck's able to steal it. Shot blocked. And an offside. Face-off hit to open ice. Morgantown going to get there first. Clara is going to win a race to the puck. Knocked a little bit deeper. And then Morgantown has the puck. And that is your game. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this morning. We will be back later on today. Thank you so much.